What's going on, folks? This is Cozy. At the time of this recording, we are headed to unprecedented times. I mean, the layoffs are being announced every day. So what are some good ways to combat that? What are some good ways to hedge that risk? People are now going to have to be a little bit more creative than the next person. So they're going to have to find ways where ownership might be a way out of it, to be honest. I mean, Cody Sanchez talks about it a lot, where she says, where her whole mantra is making the next generation of workers owners, lack of a better term, paraphrasing. So we have these big, gigantic companies. Amazon, I mean, it just announced thousands. UPS the other day. And then we have the government shutdown. It's still going on at the time of this. The feds have to intervene. And, it looks like there's no light at the end of the tunnel. So we really have to push this thing where the M&A, joint ventures, and consulting for equity, these things have to be pushed. And I'm not a gatekeeper, right? So even though that's my field or whatnot, it's one person can't get all these deals, right? There's almost 2 million businesses that are available for every year, that are available to get snatched up or even partially acquired. So we all have to go out there and take our skills, especially the ones that we have just encountered this layoff. We have to use our skills now to become more valuable and to become more fractional. Whereas you're not really relying on your role and your everyday day to day. You now have to be able to spread yourself into different sectors, into different companies, and basically gearing your mind so that you are able to help more than one person. Now those days are starting to become over where you're just taking all of your energy into one company that you work for. You have to be able to structure in a way where more than one individuals can benefit, and grab up some of your people, some of the people who just recently got laid off. Some you may have, they might be living with a family member who has employment and who has Wi-Fi, who has internet access. Your phone might still be on. Call your people, call everybody, see what you can provide value for with your next person. Go on these YouTubers, find different skills. Like, now is the time to really get things, get the ball rolling. Now is no more time to be thinking about what if. Arlen Hamilton is a YouTuber I follow. She has a lot of great ideas. She's a venture capitalist, excuse me, and she is invested in a lot of companies. Her company is oh man, they do a lot of big things with a lot of startups, which is not really my field, but I still can learn a lot from her. Roland Frazier, of course. Like, it's a few gurus out here that care, and that they don't, they're not trying to be, they don't suffer from a God complex. They actually want to help the American people and the people globally too. So let's really put our heads down, and now it has to be more of a collaborative effort. I feel the people who are going to be, the partnerships are going to be sustainable. The sole proprietor, it's going to be tough. Not saying that there's no place for them in the future. But it's gonna be a little bit tough if you don't have the expansion mind frame, if you don't want to, you know, do become open to joint ventures, or if you don't are looking to acquiring other businesses, because you might have 1 million, 2 million, 5 million, and you could be growing more if you latch on to a company who might have an owner who's just flat out stressed out and burnt out. You could be helping them so much by just having that conversation, calling them, and checking where their head is at. But at the same time, you could be getting a lot off of their tables just by having that friendly conversation. So, like, let's kind of look now with this uncertainty that's going on in this world, and everybody doesn't know which way is up, which way is down. Let's kind of take a deep breath and just become more collaborative. Let's have more of a collaborative effort. Now it's more critical. Before it was a cute thing. It was startup. Let's get up with my friends and let's create the next Twitter or YouTube or whatever. But now it's a little bit more critical because we have a lot of people who are being affected. And I think people like us, you and me, who are the outliers, who have always been business minded, but not really took it that serious. Now is the time to take it serious. But not only that, but now is the time to help your fellow man, help your fellow woman, help them by putting money in their pockets so that they can feed their families. I think with this new wave that's going in, this entrepreneurship, we see that it is one of the only, if not one of the few, if not only ways that's going to sustain, because the government is showing you right now that they're unreliable source. They're cutting off SNAP. Not to say that, I have my ideas about SNAP and things like that, but it just goes to show that who else is going to step up? Like, who else is going to step up? Okay. So I hope this finds you well. I hope this plants a bug in your ear where you can plant that seed and we can just work together and make this a better world for, the generations coming up. Okay. All right. This is Cozy, your favorite deal maker. Hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.